Very good evening, folks. Hope everyone is doing well. A bit of good news tonight, as you've seen on the Celtic website and the social. Kasper Schmeichel has signed for Celtic on a one-year deal with an option to extend past this coming season. Exciting news. Obviously, he's been linked with Celtic since last Friday, being Fabrizio Romero dropped the hint last week, and then it's been confirmed past his medical yesterday at Italy, and it's a one-year deal. Second keeper be brought in. Yes, we still have to sign a striker. Yes, we still have to sign midfielders and defenders, but we're getting there. We're making steps in the right direction ahead of this US tour. The lads were at the White House yesterday, so it's exciting times. Celtic play DC United midnight US or UK and Irish time. Sorry, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Great to see this new signing over the line. Great keeper. Wealth of experience. I've said so many times on the channel. 105 appearances for Denmark. Won the Premier League title with Leicester City. Won the FA Cup. Over 700 games in world football. Well, professional football. And that just shows the character that we're getting a bit of experience in there from the back line. At the end of the day, it was always going to be hard replacing Joe Hart. And we got someone that Brendan knows quite well. We're going to talk about what Kasper Schmeichel said about signing for Celtic as well, what the gaffer said as well. And I want to know your thoughts as well, because some fans are still not happy that we went out and got a keeper that's 37 years of age. They wanted to see us going out and spending nearly 6 or 7 million on a keeper. And yes, we obviously got the Finnish boy as well, Sinsalo, which I'm looking forward to seeing Sinsalo play as well. More likely we'll see him get minutes in the US tour. So DC United, Manchester City and Chelsea to play over the next 10 days. Good exciting times. Great to see a keeper over the line. Hail, comrades. So anyone that's over on Facebook that's watching the live podcast, please jump over to YouTube. Come on, the Hoop Celtic. It would be really appreciated. Definitely. Right, let's kick into it. I'd done a video earlier on, but I actually put a video earlier on of Adam Ida, and Norwich City manager, talking about Adam Ida, his future. And it looks like, to be honest with you, it doesn't look like he's going to become to Celtic anytime soon. Just 1 second now. Let's see, can we screen share this onto the podcast? Tremendous signing. Good to see some good positivity in the comments. So this is from the Celtic website. Let's see. As he said, it's a one-year deal. You go on about, obviously, him winning the Premier League in 2016, win the FA Cup in 21. He spoke directly to Celtic website saying, "I'm absolutely delighted to join Celtic. I can't wait to get started. Celtic is one of the most proper world's properest football clubs, a massive name, a place of real passion and success. Celtic is what football's all about." I know Brendan very well too. He's a top manager and someone I can't wait to work with again. I'm really looking forward to meeting up with the boys in America and to start work with them. Of course, to meet our fans who bring so much to Celtic. I'll be doing all I can to keep Celtic on top and these brilliant supporters, most of all, success. I made absolute balls reading that out, but you know what I mean. You can see it on the screen. Okay, I think you can see it here in the comments. Well, obviously here what Brendan Rodgers is saying. He's a guy that I trust and someone who I knows how to win. So exactly, that's what we need. We need winners in that team. Replacing Joe was always going to be a hard one. I'm sure Celtic have a plan B. Celtic already have a plan B. The plan B is bringing in young Sinsalo, the 22-year-old. Give him experience. He's going to be an understudy. He's played in Scottish football already. He enjoyed his time up in Scotland when he talked exclusive to Celtic TV. Yeah, it was a COVID season, but he has a Brummie accent on him. And I'm looking forward to seeing Sinsalo obviously getting a few minutes in pre-season and then getting Kasper in the door, seeing pictures of Kasper with the Celtic jersey. I wonder what number is he going to be, number one, taking that number one shirt. Time will tell. As I said, it's a one-year deal with the option to extend past that season. as I said so many times on the channel as well, he may be 37. Doesn't look like a keeper that's playing in his late 30s, especially in the the Euros. The whole situation, I put up the video earlier on. People are saying we should be just gone for Murvosky. People were saying Tommy Conway. People were saying Lawrence Shankland. People were actually saying Lawrence Shankland. I can't see Celtic going in for Lawrence Shankland. We do have the money there, but the whole situation with Lawrence Shankland is some Celtic fans don't want him because he's a Rangers supporter and all this malarkey. It's about the attributes the player brings to the table. You know, we've signed players in the past that support them or support opposition teams, and they've done well for us. You know, I try not to think of it. You look as a professional manner to the game, and if he's a prolific striker, which he is in Scottish football, take him. But Adam Ida, it's just, I just don't think. I think Norwich are trying to milk this to get the fee up. I really believe that Norwich City don't want to sell him to us. You know, I know some people are saying the Canadian off Motherwell, not a bad player, 15 goals last season in 38 games. Quite good at holding the ball up as well. Quite pacey. Caused trouble against us in Fair Park as well in that fixture, the second fixture at Fair Park. So interesting times. The whole situation with Bernardo on the Portuguese outlets, Ebola. they what a typical name. They done a story on this saying that he's agreed to take a salary of 16.5 grand to join Celtic, 3.5 million deal with add-ons that could go up to 4.3 million. So get Bernardo off the line. The only thing that kicks us in the teeth with the whole Paulo Bernardo, Benfica put up socials yesterday, posts, and Bernardo was training with them. So I don't know if this is just they're holding off on this deal, trying to get more money, or has it been officially agreed? Steve McGowan of the Daily Mail said the other day that Celtic have agreed a 3.5 million deal with Benfica for Paulo Bernardo. So we'll see what happens. I'm surprised there hasn't been any more interest in Mataroli over the last 24 hours. I know Juventus acquired at the start of the week. Atalanta put a second bid in of 18 million plus an additional 3 million and add-ons. So yeah, bring him on. I would take a punt on it. Let's see. Let us know who in the comments who you'd like to see Celtic sign. Let us know what positions you'd like to see where they should strengthen next. Should be going, well, realistically, our next position should be a striker. So that should be our biggest priority over Paulo Bernardo. We should be looking at a striker because at the end of the day, we only have one recognised striker at the club, and that's Kyogo. Always gone to Genk since last week. So we should be focusing on that side of the department. I know we've been linked with the Belgian winger as well, Michel and Bishawaka. But as I said on the channel, looked at his stats on Transfer Market 2 nights ago. He's £9 million. You know, £9 million he's valued at, and he's in 2 years left in his current deal with Royal Antwerp. So see what happens. The striker, he says. Richard says, let them moan. If Joe, he said he'd stay here till he's 40, same moaners will be jumping at the joy. At the end of the day, Joe Hart left Celtic because he wanted to focus on his family. You know, he had a good career at Man City, done well at Birmingham, done well at Celtic for that 3 years. Not really well at Torino, not well at West Ham and Burnley. Didn't get a sniff in at Spurs, but came to Celtic in the latter parts of his career, and we see what he brought to success. You know, it's the attributes, and I'm sure Callum McGregor will be saying to himself, you know what, this is a guy who's captain his country. This is a guy who's a Premier League winner. I can learn a lot from him. Like he learned from Joe Hart. I'm sure he did. So yeah. Good stuff. So that if this is your first time coming across the YouTube channel, please do subscribe as well. Get the other questions in. As I said, we're kicking off our pre-season tour, going into the early hours of Sunday, midnight Saturday night. Big game, DC United. Every friendly is important because you're going to get to see. We'll see Sinisau get get a run in the team? Will he start ahead of Bain? Will you see Kasper Schmeichel, starting the game, even though he's meant to be flying out to America today? We'll see what happens. If we can't get either, who should we go for? Realistically, I want Adam Ida. I wouldn't mind Bojan Moravsky. I actually wouldn't mind Shanklin, to be honest with you, as well, because there's goals in that guy domestically. Tommy Conway, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him. I've watched a few clips of him. I know Theo Bear, not a bad player. Because if I was out, I'd try to get Theo Bear and get Adam Ida. Or get Theo Bear and Moravsky. I think we could get them two guys for pushing about 7 million for the two of them together, instead of paying 7 million to Norwich. Like, I know a lot of us want Adam Ida in because we've seen what he's done for Celtic. But there's a lot of fans that this is what the problem is with fans. With fans, when the negativity comes out that we're not going to get a player, to turn around and say, "I never wanted him anyway." But you're jumping around heads on heels when he scores the winning goal in a Scottish Cup, saying sign him. I just don't get people like that. I really just don't get it. I want Adam Ida in as first preference, but if it's all about the fee. He featured 33 minutes yet last night for Norwich against Club Brugge away in the pre-season. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Going to the comments. These stupid notifications. Smell the glove. Hope you're doing well. Getting beer will be tough though. It shouldn't be tough. It's Motherwell. We've got players in the past from Motherwell, Scott McDonald and stuff. It shouldn't be. Size wearing range. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, just take your green tints off and think of what the guy can actually do for Celtic up front. That's the most important. Like, I'd use Kyogo for Champions League games, and then use the likes of Shanklin or Ida or Moravsky. Well, Moravsky can actually do well in Europe, I think, holding up the ball. Same with Ida. Surprise packages. Like, we're not gonna go out and spend bar 7 million for a striker, I don't think, in this window. I just think the money. I made a point the other night. Read above, Keith. Read above. Where's this? Oh, he's left Motherwell for 1.5 million. Did he go to Auxerre? I didn't even know that. Honestly, I didn't see that. Did they get promoted back into the top league in France? Or was that Saint Etienne that got promoted back into the top league of France? Auxerre. The only reason I know that club, Auxerre, Djibril Cissé played for them. Let me see. I still think they're in the second division of French football. Yeah, they are still in the second division. No, they're not. They're in the top division. Are they in the top division yet? They're back in the top division of France. Yeah. No, we won't get him. We need to move on. As I said, that guy's definitely off. Apologies. I didn't know. I didn't read about Theo Bear. Just don't be really keep my eye on other teams in Scottish football. Go in one more bid for Ida and then move on. 100%, Stephen. That's the best way to explain it. Just go in with a bid of 6 million. And if you don't accept 6 million, move on from Ida. The ship has sailed. There's no point. I know what my prediction is. It's going to go to the last day of the window to get Ida. But, let him. Well, I don't think we're getting him anytime soon. I think we should be looking at other targets, looking at strengthening our positions as well. Obviously, striker's number one now. Get Paolo Bernardo in the door with the old money. And I just really feel like Celtic are just holding off for the sale of Matt O'Reilly before they start spending the money in positions. Because I don't think they're going to touch that Champions League money. I really don't believe they're touching that Champions League money. As I said already on the channel, I think if Jeremy Frimpong goes as well, that's probably 16 million spent. It's going straight into the club with obviously the sell-on clause. Hope Brendan does not try to get Vardy. No, Vardy said it. Vardy came out and said that he's going to have one more crack with the Premier League this season. I can't see Jamie Vardy coming up here. Definitely not. the Norwich manager is always going to say Ida is in his plans to get the price up 100%. It's just tactics. And I don't blame them. If I'd be the same as well, because you know that a Champions League team like Celtic are still interested. They put that initial bid in of 4.5 million. It was 4 million with a 5 million add-ons. Well, 500 grand add-ons. Jesus, I'm tired today. I'm tired. The heat has been killing me. But there's no one really else that we've been linked with, which is a bit strange. We haven't been linked with any left backs. We haven't been linked with any other strikers. It's all steady at the moment. As I said, we're making business done. We have 2 goalkeepers in the door now, and you're saying to yourself, who do we offload? Does Seacrest go now? Does Bain go now? Who's our third choice keeper? Who will be our third choice keeper? Would it be Bain? That's been at the club for 7 years. Well, nearly 7 years. What was it? 2007. See, he's at the club 6 years. 6 years. Scott Bain's at the club. Mad. Yeah, 33 minutes the other day against Club Brugge. I thought, yeah, Club Brugge. That's why I put the interview up today on the channel, and thanks to that Norwich supporters channel, Pinkham, pretty decent. Jordan Van Hooijdonk, Jordan Sydney, not Jordan. Jesus, I can't even think straight. Jordan Larson or Sidney Van Hooijdonk. Sidney Van Hooijdonk didn't cut it at Norwich when he went on loan there. Jordan Larson playing for Copenhagen at the moment. Let me look at his stats. Sometimes I wish I don't do these live podcasts because I do be half asleep. Let me see. Good point, though. Jordan Van Hooijdonk. What am I saying? You know what I mean. Let me have a look. Nice stats from last season. Value market 2.5 million. Just need to pick up his stats for Copenhagen. See how he got on. Has he ever played Champions League football? Jordan Larson. I know there's a couple of Champions League qualifiers in there. Europa League games he's played for Spartak Moscow and stuff. When he was at Spartak Moscow, Eredivisie, 8 games in Eredivisie, 11, and he doesn't get many. So let's see. 2 seconds now. I honestly, I'd stay away from Jordan Larson, to be honest. I really would stay away from Jordan Larson because there's not enough consistent football there that he's played over the last 4 years between playing for Hoffenheim, playing for Spartak Moscow, playing for Copenhagen. It's just not enough there to convince me. The same way Sidney Van Hooijdonk. Sidney Van Hooijdonk didn't play enough football in the first half of last season for Bologna. That's why he went to Norwich. I don't even think he even scored for Norwich, to be honest. I want Brendan to get quality, and of course, I'm sure Brendan does want to get quality, and I'm sure fans want to get quality in, but it's the board. It's the mentality of the board. Are the board going to be ambitious and take a gamble this season and actually spend nearly 20 odd million? Just 2 seconds, folks. Sorry about that. Let's see. Might sound stupid, but I was hoping that we might have attempted to prize Parrott away from Spurs, but he moved on. He done well in Holland, didn't he? Done really well in Holland last year. Look at Troy Parrott, the whole Troy Parrott situation. I think he's enjoying these moves. I think he play in Belgium and then he went back to Spurs and then went to Holland and done really well in Holland. We do need 2 strikers, no question about it, you know. Remember Jordan Larson missed a penalty against Man U last season for Copenhagen. We didn't play a lot of football for Copenhagen. Looking at it there, it was like 11 games altogether. This is a guy, like, to be honest with you, I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't go for him because I think there'd be a lot of hopes on him. The people will start comparing him to his dad. Oh, you have the Larson name. You need to live up to some sort of heights as your dad did. No, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't touch Jordan. You know, let him be a Celtic fan. The same with Sidney Van Hooydonk. I know he comes out saying he's a Celtic fan as well. Let's see. Yeah, that was a shambles, to be honest with you. I made an absolute howler with that. But yeah, thanks very much for the likes, Pat, Tony, Goffer, James, Joseph Kane, Niz McCauley, David Gomley, and Teresa Maley. Happy days. Thanks very much. As I said, it'd be really appreciated if you could actually go over to the YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the comments and subscribe there. You'll see in the comments now the link. Let's see. Paul G, thanks very much. What's happening now? This is just a link. We need a left back. It's criminal that it's not even being talked about. Cochrane, yeah, he looks well. He looks good off Hearts. He played really well against us over the last couple of years. Upgrades from Taylor. He's more physical than Taylor. Good at getting up the pitch. A bit faster than Taylor. Why is he not being considered at international level? Taylor's been, you know, Taylor over the last 3 years has been steady. He has been steady. I see. Before Ange came in, I wanted him gone. Didn't rate Taylor for a while. Even when he was at Kilmarnock, didn't rate him that much. But I think he's improved big time. When Ange came in, done well. I thought he'd done well last season as well under Brendan. So I thought, to be honest with you, I thought we were going to be moving him on. I thought it was going to be Bear Bay's breakthrough season last season, and it wasn't. Even in true pre-season last year, Bear Bay scored a couple of goals, but I definitely think we should be looking at left back. We'd really need to identify a decent left back, maybe spending 5 million on a left back. As I said a couple of times on the channel as well, I wouldn't mind even upgrading on the right back as well. Look at Ralston. He plays for the shorts, but we could do a bit better than Anthony Ralston. Alistair Johnson's our number one right back. And I think it's going to be hard to keep Alistair Johnson. The football he played in the Copa America, he's a grafter. He really is a grafter. And if he can put them performances in Champions League games this season, as we've seen he does in derby games, it's going to be hard to keep a player like Alistair Johnston. I tip him to be the next Celtic captain because I think he's good character, shows passion, good attributes, speaks well. Josh Doig, I could find out for you. I could just do we linked with him so many times. Josh Doig, is he not playing in Italy now? Is he not playing in Italy? Is he not playing for Bologna as well? Or is that Ferguson that's playing? Let's see what the situation with Josh Doig is. Yeah, he's playing in Italy. A team that got relegated from Serie A. 22 years of age. I thought he was older than that. Jesus. 22. And transfer market 6 million. He's played 50 games in total in Serie A. That's not bad. Let's see. His contract's up in 28. His highest market value was actually at 10 million. Jesus. I can't see us getting near Josh Doig, to be honest. That's mad one. Not sure about Welch. I'm not sure about Welch, just full stop. I just think Welch is too injury prone. Look at Celtic fan. He's obviously came through the academy, but we need people that are consistent. And him and Naroski spend more time in the treatment room than anything else. And that's not me giving digs at these players. It's just the God honest truth. And I heard Alistair Johnson scored 2 goals the other day. Not Alistair Johnson, Mikey Johnston scored 2 goals the other day against Burnley. And Thiago Holmes scored as well. Closed doors friendly against Burnley. And Burnley are down. They got relegated down to the English Championship. But the whole Mikey Johnson thing, I've said this so many times. I'm sick of talking about Mikey Johnson. Just snip it with him. He's 1 year left in his deal. I agree with you. Johnson, guy's a machine, but we need to upgrade on Taylor. Definitely. Yeah, he's playing in Serie A. He's 50 games on his belt. As I said, his market value at 6 million, especially with him with 4 years left in his deal. I can't see Celtic going in for him. You know, that's it. Welsh, you sure he gave away a goal at the end of the final game of the season against St. Mirren? He gave away a goal as well in the first half of the game. I just don't rate Welsh. I thought Welsh looked pretty impressive when he played that miserable season in 2021. But no, I'd cut his contract, honestly. Try to get rid of him, put him on the transfer list. Mikey's cold, then semi-hot. Definitely, I just think Mikey Johnson's done with Celtic big time. Give Norwich Mikey Johnson, Ida and Cash. That's if they take Mikey Johnson, to be honest. I know Mikey Johnson cut it well in the Championship or West Brom. Scored 7 goals for West Brom, I think, in the Championship, and 4 assists in there as well on his time at the Horns. But no, I don't think they'll want them. If we can sell him, put him a part of the deal and offload 4 million, then happy days. That'd be good. Absolutely brilliant. Is it brilliant about Kasper Schmeichel? Or are we talking about someone else here? As a ball boy. I agree with you. As I said, I'd be getting rid of Mikey Johnston, Narowski, Larga Bielka, as much as I don't like saying that. Stephen Welch. Who else would have offloaded on that team? Yang, James McCarthy, obviously, Benjamin Seacrest. Like offloading all them players, you can get a decent player in with wages wise for that. But the problem is with Celtic is they don't want to get a decent name in, and they want big wages past Callum McGregor's wage. You know that way. Just stopped in to say hi. Brilliant. Well, hello there, Dundas. I hope you're doing well. I hope you look forward to seeing Celtic in pre-season over the next couple of weeks. I know you'll be going to one of the games, so good to see you popping in. Good to see regular names in. Good to see people tuning in on Facebook as well. Tell us where you're tuning in from. Are you tuning in from the States? Tuning in from Scotland? Tuning in from Ireland? Is anyone getting up early in Australia or New Zealand tuning in? Let me know. Let me know, or you're in work late, whatever it is. So yeah, got this fabulous present. Look at this fabulous class, isn't it? Absolute class. For the old back. Good point. Smell the glove. I think the financial fair play is beginning to hit England. The Prem and the Championship level, so affecting players unless. Yeah, I know. Hopefully they'll get done for all the all the charges. Hopefully them 115 charges will eventually be brought in, strip them of the titles, strip them of the Champions Leagues. Like other clubs should be stripped of titles and honours and all that malarkey. Yeah. So I'm going to stay on for another 10 minutes, folks, and then I'll be jumping off. As I said, I just wanted to pop on. I've said this a couple of times already in the channel in the last 4 or 5 days. I'm pretty happy with the Schmeichel deal. I think it'll help players develop with a bit of experience around them. Like Kasper Schmeichel, good guy, Premier League winner, played over 700 games, 6'3". He still looks like he could do a top job at European level as well. See him in the Euros play, and he has Champions League experience. And yes, he was tipped to be the first signing under the Rodgers era, the second season of Rodgers era. But look, it is what it is. We have 2 keepers in the door. We're building from the back, as you want to say. It's only cost us 1 million so far for 2 keepers, and It's been a free transfer. He left Anderlecht. He posted on his socials today thanking Anderlecht and the experience that he had in the Belgian Pro League. And I think it's a good bit of business for Celtic. And there's a lot of doubters have been very quiet over the last couple of days, because you look in the perspective and look, don't judge someone by the book, like by the cover. Have a look, see what you think of Kasper. As I said, he still has it. I done a video the other day, streamed a video of all his being best saves. It looks quite sharp, still quite sharp. Oh, your first ever Celtic experience. Oh, you'll have a great one. You'll have a great one. Just wait until the fans are saying Kasper's name. But that's it. Say as a penalty. Say as a penalty in the derby game. We all love him. He'd be putting out big crucial saves anyway. As I said, I think the understudy with Solo coming in, he's he'll learn from him. He'll learn from him, and he'll know he'll be a number 2, and his time will come. And the story with Vinjami is obviously Vinjami played 50 games in League One, and he thanked former Celtic player Gary Caldwell as well from giving him the experience of playing in League One with Exeter City, and getting 14 clean sheets, getting stuck into that league. And League One, look at Scott Brown managed League One, it didn't work out well for him, so it is a difficult league, and you're playing against some decent quality that are trying to develop as players. And I'm looking forward to seeing Vinjami Sonsalo come in and actually make us try fight for his place. Everyone, obviously his motivation and his inspiration growing up was Kasper Schmeichel, because obviously that Scandinavian connection there. But yeah, it's like I think the whole problem is people need to be realistic here. Like use your head and your heart. It's very hard to attract decent names to Celtic. Not because it's Celtic, it's because of the wage structure. It's the wage structure that you're offering. The club are in such old-fashioned ways that they don't like breaking the transfer record of Edwards. They like I know I hate saying this, but they like to pocket the money. They like to pocket the money. The money that we make, we only see about 20% of that being put back into the team, pushing 25%. It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. I know under Ange, we spent a good few quid in the second season, but it's just an absolute joke. Some are complaining about the lack of signings, but there's a big picture there. There's more to coming in with a good team. 100%, Kenny. 100%. More to come. You think that this is the last 2 signings of the summer window? Not a chance. I'm sure they're working in the background to get a striker in and get a left back in, and push for Pardo Bernardo, get that deal over the line the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm sure they are. But I hope you do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'd be really appreciated. So, right, folks, I'm going to leave it there tonight. Really good chatting to you all. I will be going live for the DC United game. I know it's a late one. I'm going to do a watch along, so hope you can tune in. It's midnight kickoff in Irish UK time, you want to say. I think it's a 7 o'clock kickoff in Washington. So, yeah, always working in the background. Exactly. That's the biggest thing that needs to be addressed. Get James McCarthy out the door. That needs to be addressed big time. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks very much for all the comments and the following tonight. As I said, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be back live on Saturday night for the DC United game. Hell.